What's up, guys? Nostal-Gi-Oh here, back with another Master Duel deck profile, and today we're talking about the Tri-Brigade Zoo archetype with DPE in it, and it's pretty cool, and it's definitely going to be, it's more so a Rescue Cat build, but still, we're playing, DPE, we're playing Zoo cards, and it's pretty good, or I guess Zoo card, but we're really playing 4, because we play 3 tanky and stuff, too. Anyway, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the deck profile. I think this is a pretty cool list. It's definitely experimental. There's more things that will happen, a lot of changes that will occur to this list, but regardless, it's still a really fun list, and let's get into it. So first off, let's talk about the actual engine cards. So as far as Tri-Brigade cards, I went and played 3 Nerval, 3 Kit, 2 Karass, and now 2 Fractal, as it is now semi-limited. This ratio I think is good, playing max on everything except Karass. We're playing 2 Karass instead of 3, or instead of 1. I was actually playing, if you don't know, I actually play this deck in real life. However, it's a lot different because we play like the new branded cards and instead of like the DPE cards. But I am playing the Rescue Cat, and I think the Rescue Cat combos are just absurd, like absolutely absurd. And I only play 1 Karass in real life, but I have recently been like up and down with 1 to 2, and I think 2 is probably right. A lot of the time you need it on the follow-up turn, even just the next turn after the first turn. So I think double Karass is pretty good in this deck. Also, you can summon it with Cat. A lot of the time I summon 2 kits, but since you're playing like 2 Karass, you can summon a Karass and a kit. But I still think just summon 2 kits is fine. However, we just went into max on the amount of cards that can actually play the game, and Karass doesn't really do that a lot of the time. Unless it's like Karass Kit, right? And then in which case you could just normal summon Kit, and then it would have been combo anyway, because, yeah. Anyway, max on all these cards, 3 Nerval, 3 Kit, 2 Fractal, 2 Karass. I think that's a really good ratio. And then we played 3 Cats, 3 Rescue Cats. I like 3. I see a lot of lists online playing 1 and 2 and stuff, and I'm like, well, if you're going to make it a Cat deck, you make it a Cat deck, and you play 3 Cat. Also, peeps the pretty Rescue Cat. Yes, yes, sir. Oh, that's my favorite. That's my dude right there. That's my cat right there. Anyway, next we played 1 Ram. This is just a 1 Zoo card that really lets us do extra stuff. A lot of the time we'll normal summon, or a lot of the time we'll like work without cat, or you'll work with cat and then like Ram isn't there. But hey, sometimes Ram is pretty good. It gives you a Trident on turn 1. On turn 2, you can make a big Zeus against your opponent going second. That's really the big thing about it. You can normal summon Ram, go Borbo, attack direct, and then you make Trident. You can pop if you want, or you can just make upgrade into the Trident, into the Chalk and 9, and then you go Big Zeus, and that's pretty good. So yeah, that is the like meaningful monsters. And we have hand traps. I played 3 Maxi, 3 Ash. I played 2 Gamma because Rescue Cat plus Gamma stops Ash, and it's insane. And then, because I'm playing Crossout Designator, I played 1 Imperm and 1 Effect Veiler. These are just the cards I expected to, run into the most with this deck. And it's pretty good when that happens. So a lot of the time, so that's the hand traps that we're playing. And then we played the Fusion Destiny package. So I played 1 Dasher, 1 Celestial, and 2 Fusion Destiny. This build, I think, honestly, this deck gets a lot of value out of this because, so you go game 1 plan, right? So, like, A plan is Cat, right? You go Rescue Cat, and it's a good time. And then you activate it, and then your opponent's like Ash, and you don't have Gamma, and you're like, oh, that really sucks. So then you have to, like, continue with something. If you have Karass, then cool. If you have Karass and any other guy, then cool, you go, like, Karass and have a plan B. But if you don't, you can actually just activate Fusion Destiny, and then you have DPE and follow up the next turn 3 draw 2 plus hand traps, and that's pretty good. So this just like gives you a lot of backup plays. Also, if you go with the normal, build version, you go normal summon Kit, you link it off into Almirage, and then summon out, and then you search Karass, you pitch a card to summon the Karass. Now your board is Almirage and Karass. You go Karass, bench the 2, then Effect Veiler it, right? A lot of the time you would just stop. But now we can just link that Almirage and the Karass into the Verite Anaconda, activate Verite Anaconda effect, send the Fusion Destiny. What, do you have a second Imperm? You probably don't. And you can't Ash it. So this is just like really, really good. So it just gives you additional like things that you can do if plan A gets stopped. That's really all it does. It also gives you another power spell in the deck that if you activate is pretty gross. The only thing that this takes away from really is like duality or Desires. You can't play 3 Pot of Desires anymore, which is arguably better, but like arguably, so we're testing this. It's new. It's new. It's fun. Next we played 3 Tanky. This card's just really good. It gives us, we're playing 5 Fractal now, which is cool. And then we play with the 1 Foolish, which is essentially another Fractal, because you send like Kit, then send Nerval, search, a starter, and then you're playing the game. So it's pretty good. Just maximize on the cards that actually let us play the game, which is pretty good. Then we played 2 Called by the Grave and 3 Crossout Designator. I only have 2, but I wanted to play 3. This was like a second Effect Veiler, I think. Or no, it was 1 Nib. That's what it was. And to be honest, I probably should play 1 Nib. But I just don't give that card enough respect in this game. You could honestly just like add Nib, play 41. You could even cut 1 Revolt, although I do like 2 Revolt, because this build doesn't really make Bear Brum that frequently to like get into a Revolt turn 1. So like if you draw Revolt, it's like kind of good. But like sometimes you do it in this way, but like usually you don't make it. Sometimes you like make Appaloosa, but then you can't do the DPE. So like if you don't draw Revolt, you have to pretty much decide, do I want to Appaloosa Revolt or do I want to DPE? And it's usually Appaloosa Revolt, but like then you draw Fusion Destiny Brick the next turn. You're like, oh wow, probably shouldn't have done that. But yeah, it's good either way. It's just cool because now you have like more than 1 line of play with the deck, which is nice. And then we played the last cards in the main deck is 2 Revolt, and I think this like is pretty good. Like I said, I don't mind drawing this card. Like a lot of the time when I draw this card like in real Yu-Gi-Oh, or like in the build right before this without the DPE, I was like, wow, cool. So I drew the piece that I was gonna search. That kind of sucks. It's kind of annoying. But now you draw it and then you're like, oh cool, I can make DPE now instead. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, that's the main deck. I think it's good. And then the 1 driver. Yeah, well. So that's the main deck. There's not really anything I want to change with the deck, with the main deck, at least so far, without like much testing. I haven't played any games with this deck yet. I just changed it for the DPE, and then I wanted to play some games, but yeah, we're probably gonna play a little later. So I'll have some replays for this deck, tomorrow or the next day, maybe even later today. But I do have an event later today, or it's just a locals, it's Pokemon locals, but anyway, that's the main deck. Extra deck, we played the 1 DPE, the 1 Verte. You have to play them for the combo, or for just DPE in general. Then we played 1 Dryden, 1 Borbo, 1 Chakanine, and 1 Zeus. This is just the Zeus line. This is a pretty standard Zeus line. A lot of players do play Tiger Mortar as well, but I'm not playing it because of, well, extra X space for Verte and DPE. So we're playing all those. Next we play 1 Almirage. You have to play this for the Kit and Nerval starters. You just have to. That's just something you have to do. 1 DDL, Double Dragon Lords. This card's just really strong. It's a bounce, a quick play bounce of face up cards. It's really good. You can add it to your end board a lot of the time very, very easily. It's very strong. 1 Farigit, I really like 2, but whatever. We're playing 1. The extra X space is kind of tight since we're playing the zoo cards. You can cut the zoo cards, but I like them. I think they're good. Then we play the 1 Bear Brum. I think this card is like, you make it a lot less, but you still make Bear Brum into Appaloosa a lot with the deck if you don't open like Cat or Fusion Destiny, or you don't want to go Fusion Destiny line up. You just make Appaloosa Revolt, which is still very, very strong, especially like accompanied with hand traps. And I play 10 hand traps. Wait, yeah, 10 hand traps. So you're probably gonna open up a hand trap with it, which is pretty crazy. Next we play the 1 Silver Sheller. This card's just good in the deck. You have to play some Link 3 of some form. I like Doom Eagle more, but this is like sometimes you have like weird things where you have to make this card with Bear Brum to search Revolt. That way the only thing you have is Revolt, but it's better than the only thing you have is like nothing. So yeah, you have to play Sheller. But you still need a 3 so that you can like normal summon a Tri-Brigade on the like the follow-up turn. Normal summon a Tri-Brigade, banish 3 to summon that, so you can make a 53 access code to pop. That's where Doom Eagle would be really good, but once again, extra deck space is very, very tight in this deck. Then we play Appaloosa. Appaloosa is just like insane to, Appaloosa Revolt is still really good. It's something you do. Access code Tucker. And then 2 Shirag the Ominous Omen. This card is just really good, and you make 1 turn 1 with the Rescue Cat play a lot of the time, so we have to play 2. And it just makes sense. So that's really the whole deck. I don't really have anything else to say. This deck, it doesn't change too much with DPE. However, your lines do change like a little bit with the Rescue Cat DPE stuff. And like I said, a lot of the time you have to pick between DPE and Revolt. So like usually you just go Revolt and then you have like DPE on the next turn. But Fusion Destiny is an insane card in your deck. But like I said, once again, like Appaloosa, like Revolt, it makes it weird. Like it's kind of weird in the deck, but I think it has a home. I think it has a sufficient home. I'll definitely do some testing and see if this is even the optimal build. But I wanted to play DPE. It's new today, so we're gonna play DPE. Anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. And if you shop for IRL TCG cards, I do have a TCG affiliate link in the description down below. So click on that shop, check out. It costs you no extra time or money. And then, yeah, you guys know the YouTuber spiel. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and have a good day. Goodbye.